Welcome to Live Shadow channel. Before anything you subscribe to. There is a house in Washington where the soul is in. All the name put it, 7. Because that soul always reveals the 7 at all times. A long time ago, a son called James, in that house. One day, his friend, Pitt went to his house and he was going to stay before him. James spoke about the soul work at that house for Pete. As a result, they placed 2 to stay awake all night to see what the soul does. However, those 2 did not expect to happen before the 7 o'clock, but fresh night was half past that suddenly the soul was dragged. Why not sleep? Go to bed as soon as possible, then close to them in the room. They stare at each other for a while and then went down the stairs. Then, in the living room, they were sitting on the sofa and was involved in the sofa, suddenly turned on his computer and then found that the computer's conversation room had appeared. James went to the computer and wires from the socket, but strange that the device was not turned off. Pete immediately picked up a sponge ball and throwed it to the seat against the computer to see if someone is sitting on it, or not, and interesting the ball, as if something or someone has been hit and returned to Pitt. Then, one time, the situation returned to the original state of return and the computer itself turned off. The head of Sagetta 7 in the morning furniture moved, and the sound of the evil laughter of the soul was resonated in space. Then with a silent to those 2 said, "Immediately go out of my house." And James also screamed women to the soul said, "Oh stupid soul. No one is afraid of you, so it's better to stop the cord and get out of here." At the same time, the heads and sounds were stopped and for 3 days no trace of the soul was observed or heard. However, after the 3rd mounted, the vertex was sentenced to 7 times, suddenly James' cats fell into the roar and emanating behavior. Then, while his pipes were separated from her body, it was suspended in the air. James, who was paralyzed from fear, he knew that he would not miss her. Then once, the sound of shot of evil and laughs in space threw up and asked the soul, "You still do not fear me?" Thank you, dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe.